Once upon a time in a cozy little town, there lived a curious and brave young boy named Richard. Richard was known far and wide for his adventurous spirit and his love for exploring. He was always up for a new challenge, and his latest adventure took him on a journey that would change his life forever. One sunny morning, as Richard was playing in his backyard, he noticed a strange, colorful butterfly fluttering around a mysterious-looking garden nearby. It was the most magical and enchanting garden he had ever seen, with vibrant flowers and lush greenery that seemed to shimmer with a magical aura. Richard couldn't resist the allure of the garden and decided to investigate. As he approached, he saw a friendly, wise old gardener tending to the plants. The gardener's name was Mr. Greenleaf, and he had a twinkle in his eye as he noticed Richard's fascination with the garden. "Hello, young adventurer." Mr. Greenleaf greeted Richard with a warm smile. "My name is Mr. Greenleaf, and this is my enchanted garden. It's a special place filled with wonderful, magical plants." Richard's eyes sparkled with excitement. "This garden is amazing. What makes it so magical?" Mr. Greenleaf explained that every plant in the garden had a special power. There were plants that could heal, plants that could grant wishes, and even a plant that could make you laugh uncontrollably. But there was one plant that was particularly important, the wisdom plant. It had the power to teach people important life lessons. As Richard explored the garden, he couldn't help but notice a patch of wilting, gray, and thorny plants in a corner. Mr. Greenleaf sighed. "Those are the junk food thorns, Richard. They are the only plants in the garden that cause harm. They represent unhealthy food choices that can hurt our bodies." Richard, being the adventurous spirit that he was, decided to challenge himself. He reached for the junk food thorns, ignoring Mr. Greenleaf's warning. As soon as he touched them, a gust of wind blew him backward, and the thorns left a painful scratch on his hand. "Ouch, that hurt," Richard exclaimed, nursing his hand. "I thought this garden was all fun and games." Mr. Greenleaf explained, "Sometimes things that look tempting can hurt us, just like junk food. It might taste good for a moment, but it can harm our bodies in the long run." Richard felt remorseful and asked, "Is there a way to heal the junk food thorns?" Mr. Greenleaf smiled kindly. "Of course, my young friend. There is a way. The healing plant has the power to mend what is broken, but only if you promise to make healthier choices when it comes to food." Richard readily agreed, and together with Mr. Greenleaf, they nurtured the healing plant back to life. Richard learned an essential lesson about the importance of making healthy food choices and how junk food, like the junk food thorns, could harm his body. He realized that making good choices was an adventure in itself. Over time, Richard grew into a wiser and healthier boy. He cherished the lessons he learned in the magical garden and shared them with his friends and family. The enchanted garden remained a symbol of the magical journey that had transformed his life. And so, Richard, the brave young adventurer, continued his quest for knowledge and exciting experiences, all while making healthy choices to keep his body strong and happy. He knew that sometimes, the most meaningful adventures could be found right in your own backyard, as long as you were willing to learn and grow from them.